Well, hi there, tubers, tubettes, various crazy people. Welcome back to the little channel. The title of this little video is going to be something to the effect of, can I keep up with her? Her being my girlfriend, Baby May, who is the woman that's featured in the thumbnail on this video. And I think it bears discussion that a 66-year-old man with a 36-year-old girlfriend, what are the dynamics behind that relationship on a physical level? Good question, right? Well, we can look at it a number of different levels. The first one that I'll approach is the one I'm sure everybody wants to talk about, and that is on the intimacy level. To begin with, as a guy gets older, he is going to physically, he's going to diminish, his sex drive is going to diminish to some degree. But I think, or I have found, that barring any physical malady, that really can be avoided. I'm of the belief, I'd be interested in the comments section of what you think about this, but I really think that most sex goes on right between your two ears. I think that if your body is in physical condition and everything's working order, if you will, that it's more of a mental exercise than a physical one. And what proves that out in my life is that the women that I have been with in the past, I have found some of them to be super beautiful, and I was super attracted to them in the beginning as when I first met them, and I was fortunate enough for them to feel the same way. And so we would get together and have a relationship. I'm not talking about a one-night stand. I'm talking about live together or get married, things such as that nature. Over time, once the little honeymoon period was over, when everything you did was cute and funny and all that kind of stuff, and adorable, and it's called puppy love. No matter what age you're at, I think you fall into it at some point in time. That wears off, and then life begins, right? You go to work, you have a bad day, you come home, you're tired. Maybe you're married or not, it doesn't really matter, but you have children together. They start to take up your time. And this is when you're in your 30s or your 40s, and in my case, up to my 50s. There were children that had to be, driven, taken, this, that, the other. There would be disagreements, there would be fights, there would be challenges from being tired from working all day, or just tired of listening to her, or she's tired of listening to me. And I found that the sex life, if you will, diminished tremendously, because I just, at the end of the day, just kind of didn't want anything to do with her, and probably vice versa. We were tired, we were pissed off, this had happened, that had happened, and all you really wanted to do was, sometimes you didn't even want to be around the person. And so, if you don't like them, if you don't respect them, or they don't respect you, they're finding that what they once thought was cute is now annoying. That is between the ears. That has nothing to do with a 30-year-old man or a 40-year-old man or a 50-year-old man being able to physically accommodate a female. I will say this, because I don't want to get into a bunch of details about our life. That is private. That is May's business, that's my business, and it's really not your business, and I think you'll appreciate that. But I do want to make this statement, and it's a true statement. I like to speak the truth. At the age of 66, for the last 2.5 going on 3 years, I have had a much more fulfilling intimacy life with Baby May than with any other woman that I have been with, dating back to when I was in my 20s. For myself personally, I cannot get excited, if you will, or turned on if there is not an emotional connection. For me, it has to go beyond just physical attraction. I know not all men are built that way. Some guys, and I'm not dissing it, but they can go from one girl to the other girl to the other girl to the other girl strictly on physical attraction. And there's women that can go from guy to guy to guy to guy to guy just from physical attraction. More power to you. I'm not built that way. The cool thing is, May's not built that way either. And that's why I think we make such a good fit. I would say that over the time that her and I have gotten together, since we know each other, we've become comfortable with each other, we know what makes the other person happy, and we're on the same page as far as that goes. At the age of 66, I think I'm repeating myself here, but it bears repeating. I have a more fulfilling sex life, intimacy life than I did at the age of 26, 36, 46, 56. It goes on in between my brain. I like the fact that every morning when May wakes up, she has a smile on her face. I like the fact that if I'm in a bad mood, instead of confronting me, May just leaves me alone until I get over it. And vice versa. We're not perfect. Sometimes she wakes up and she's got something on her mind. And so I just leave her alone. Now, when it comes to what's going to happen in the future, there is going to come a time when the physical does happen with me. And there will no longer be the ability to perform. I don't know how else to put it. And May is going to move from lover to more of a possible caretaker. And you think, wow, there's a drag, now she's got to take care of this old man. And with a lot of the women that I've known in the past, that would be a no-go. With May, I know that she would approach that with the exact same attitude of love and compassion and intimacy, and would derive fulfillment from that, because that's the type of person that she is. May was a caregiver in the early years of her life for many, many, many years to an elderly Chinese woman. When she first saw the picture of my father, who's 96, she says, "Oh my God," she goes, "I want to meet your father." And I said, "Yeah, I'd love you to meet my father." She goes, "No, I want to go take care of him." In other words, she wanted to go there and dote on him. That's just her heart. And so I also think that where I struck gold, I'm bragging a little bit here on May, but it is what it is. She is 36. That's a big difference between being with someone that's 26. At least it is to me. I dated women, not a lot, I'm not some big Romeo, but during my time here in the Philippines, when I was single, I dated women that were in their early 20s, mid-20s. Sometimes we had an intimate relationship, other times, many times, we simply had a friendship relationship. On the times that it was intimate, I did not find any kind of real fulfillment from that, because as I stated earlier, for me, Paul, I need to be emotionally connected to the person also. And at that age, I could not find an emotional connection. I didn't have anything to talk about to a 26-year-old or a 23-year-old or a 24-year-old, because they were, 24 or 23. May's kind of been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and she's mature enough that if I just want to stay home, she's happy just to stay home too. If we're going to go out on the scooter ride, she wants to go on the scooter ride. As long as we're together, she's happy. And I think that is the key to it. I don't give advice, but for those watching, I would caution being with someone that is not someone that you feel that you are emotionally connected to. Physically attracted is great, but that is something that wears off. The shine comes off of that dime over time. And I would like to also pose another question. It's assumed that because of my age, that one day I'm going to have a malady of some sort that could possibly incapacitate me and would turn me not only into maybe just a caretaker or a companion, but maybe a nurse or someone that just has to, really just take care of me physically, the ugly stuff. Again, I'll repeat myself, I think she would embrace that opportunity because of love. I think love conquers all. But let me pose this. What if the reverse was true? I've never heard this discussed before. What if, heaven forbid, something were to happen to May and she was incapacitated? Do you guys think that I would stick around and take care of her and nurse her and dote on her? I would be curious to hear your opinion on that. I want to thank you for watching the video. I hope everything is well with you, and I hope to see you here in the Philippines one day soon. See you later.